Okay, everybody, here we go. I have no idea why this picture is so freaking bad, but I'm working on it. Anyway, look, this is my pre-market report. It is Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. So there's a few stories going on today. This started, actually, it's been going on, but last night they were talking about this whole real estate issue yet again. Look, let me put a perspective on this for you in case you don't know. The situation is pretty straightforward, and it falls right in line with good morning, everybody, with the rest of this freak show. So the fact of the matter is this: with regard to real estate here, yes, it is in a precipitous fall, and I think we have more to go. Now, why is it, in your opinion, and I want to hear from you as always, why is it that the narrative here is absolutely devoid of any talk whatsoever with regarding the root cause of the problem? So, yes, indeed, uh, people's home values are falling off of a cliff. And this is why. Well, because of several things that no one's talking about. So, I want to talk about that here. We got a Federal Reserve who has been in the business for years of propping up the real estate market by buying mortgage-backed securities. As a matter of fact, about 30% of the Federal Reserve's portfolio, the debt that they're holding on their books, that's on all of us, of course, is mortgage-backed securities. So the Federal Reserve has been obviously directly involved here. It's laughable in some ways, with creating artificial demand for real estate. Henceforth, you get a bubble here. Not only that, the Federal Reserve, along with other central banks, have been in the business here of artificially keeping rates suppressed now since like forever. So you got a double whammy here. You have central banks, none more so than the Fed, buying mortgage-backed securities like there's no tomorrow, and this is obviously, provided artificial demand for mortgages. Okay, there you go. Number one. Number two, you have this issue with rates being suppressed. So, what would you imagine? I mean, anyone with a functioning brain cell, even a fraction of one, okay, gets it. This is an environment ripe for creating more distortions across the spectrum of asset classes, and in this case, real estate. So let me ask you this: why is it that nobody's talking about this? The Federal Reserve is responsible for running, obviously, the financial system here in the United States, and really for the rest of the world, being that the dollar is still the world reserve currency. You understand? But why is it that you don't hear any of this from the mainstream propaganda who will tell you that real estate prices are falling, existing home prices falling off a cliff here? But meanwhile, they're not saying how we got here. Okay, none of it. There's no talk of that. And I'll tell you something else that's missing from the narrative. So again, I'm watching Bloomberg, Fox Business this morning, CNBC, and they're talking about inflation. They were parading out, I forgot, I think it was Bloomberg parading out a few guests here about inflation, how it's, continuing to go higher. Duh. Again, like you and I didn't see this coming. But again, the narrative has gone from temporary to transitory to peaking, I don't know how many freaking times, to now it's just gone. Now you don't hear that anymore. Now we're no longer peaking because we keep going up here. So, I mean, it's just so twisted to me, and I'm sure to you. Why is it that these things are the way they are? Why is it that the mainstream does not address any of these issues here at all? Why is it, again, let's go further than that, that none one of our when was the last time, seriously, I want you to ponder what I'm about to say, and I'll read the comments here. When was the last time you heard a single one of our loving, caring politicians here talk about how it's the Federal Reserve who has inflated a massive housing bubble, and this is why we're seeing real estate prices drop? People, for years, they've been buying mortgage-backed securities. Like I said, it's about a third of the debt on their books that we're allowed to see. But no talk of it. I don't know about you, but this stuff makes me sick to my freaking stomach. It really, really does. Makes me want to freaking throw up. But that's what are you going to do in this kind of environment? It's just the way it is here. It's just so crazy. Now, looking at the market this morning here, let's just cover that real quick, and then I'm going to go over a couple of exactly never. You've never heard it. It just makes me out of my mind more so than I actually am here. Anyway, so let us move forward here, people. With regard to the market this morning, we got stock futures slightly in the red, but I want you to think about this month here. We've had a hell of a month in the market. Regardless of where our economy is going, we're in free fall. Real estate prices falling off of a cliff. Factory activity, it's non-existent anymore. We're in a factory recession. Industry shutting down here, and this again, it's a phenomenon that's worldwide. As central banks are pushing us towards war. That's really what's going on here. War. That's what they want. Thank you. Anyway, look, this is the situation, people, and if we don't do something about it, I think there's not much we can do anyway. There's not enough of us here. There's so few of us who are able to see what's going on here, honestly. Anyway, yeah, why don't they admit that they buy stocks? Yeah, they have a trading desk and they just frolic in front of it. they don't buy stocks. Yeah, right. Anyway, so with regard to this market, it's done pretty well. Commodities have done phenomenal this year as well, and that's something else that you knew and I've been talking about for quite a while. So stock futures are lower this morning. Let me get myself back on track. Nothing major going on here. 10-year yield relatively stable. Relative dollar strength relatively stable. As a matter of fact, global bonds are relatively stable. They've been so here, and this is a Herculean effort again by central banks who are buying more, and they will continue to buy more, people. Just, I want you to understand that global debt is going to continue to balloon out of control like you cannot possibly believe. But again, everything is fine. You know that. And inflation is no longer temporary, transitory, nor peaking, because it's going to continue to go higher. Like you and I didn't know that. I mean, really. All right, let's move forward here. So you got crude oil catching a bid. You got Bitcoin and cryptos holding steady right now. Gold and silver catching a bid right now. That's pretty much where we stand with the market this morning. Okay. Oh, by the way, I know the MMRI is not working on my website. I don't understand it. I'm going to go try to figure out why it's not working. I'll try to get that back up as soon as possible. I'm talking with the guy who actually helped me get that on the website because I'm really not very, very good at working this stuff. But anyway, we'll see how we can get that going. So what I want to do here for the next couple of minutes is kind of cover a few questions here from all of you. So let's see here. What do we got here? I see there's a lot of talk about God. Yes, I do believe God is real. I don't know why that's here. Honestly, I don't think God is intervening in the market. And if you're expecting that to happen, I think you're in for a very, very, very long wait. Anyway, but that's okay. I know a lot of us are willing to wait here. Yeah, commodities are also real. This is why I've been explaining to people that you need to be in commodities, people. Look, and I just want to clarify this because people sometimes hear things that I don't say. Now, I'm not telling people, yes, commodities have had a nice run since this year. Actually been doing very well for a while now. But that doesn't mean if you buy, let's say, a commodities ETF, for which I've recommended several here on this blog and in my free newsletter, link in the description of this video, that you're going to buy it and then tomorrow you're going to make money. Okay. When I look at commodities, okay, this is my perspective, how I think about it. We understand that cash doesn't grow wings and fly away to money heaven. Okay. I want to be clear on that. It just moves from one reality into another. Right now, it seems that the game is risk on, meaning cash is, slowly but steadily making its way back into the equity markets here. Okay, if they manage to keep the debt market stable, where do you think it's going to go? It's going to go into the equity market or stock market. All right. But eventually, people, one day this is going to change. It's going to change. And it's just so simple to me, and I'm sure to you, to realize how it's going to play out. The debt hyper bubble is in no way sustainable. It's just not. I think we should understand that. But it's going to be inflated even further to maintain the illusion for a while until there's more dependency on the system. Once that burns out, and it's going to, we're going to get a meltdown here, and it's going to change not just the financial landscape of the world, people, but everything is going to change. We're going to end up with a resource problem on an unprecedented scale and skyrocketing inflation, more so than we've ever seen in the history of the world. Thank you, people over there. Anyway, so just understanding that cash again doesn't grow money wings and fly away. It's just gonna go. You're gonna get a meltdown debt market, destroy the stock market, and then cash is gonna move into real things like commodities, for example. Okay, none more so than gold and silver in my view. Yeah, I know the lights aren't off. They're actually on. I don't know why this looks like this, but I will work on this, people. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna get a digital currency, and I mean, that's what they're working towards, but it's not going to come about until they melt down the system, in my view. But we'll see. We'll see with that. Yes, silver over gold. Look at the Dow gold ratio, gold silver ratio. Anyway, who's buying the debt? Yeah, I mean, I'll give you one guess. Who's buying the debt? Ain't me. Ain't you. It's central banks, and they must buy more. This is why I've been telling you. You're going to continue to see global debt continue to balloon, and it's still you're going to get the distractions. Oh, look over here, don't look over there. It's a game that is being played on the people of the world. People, it's just so freaking sick. All right, look, I don't want these videos to be too long here, so I'm going to end this here real quick. Anyway, I'll do my commodities report later on, maybe in an hour or two, maybe about 2 hours actually. We'll get that out there. Anyway, with that said, people, look, this guy here, and I mean this from the heart, loves all of you a lot, truly. Please share this stuff, get it out there. Really important. And like I always tell you, this isn't just my thing. This is our thing. And I will see you later. You can count on it.